The Seven Kingdoms just got spoofed. Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today I'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Game of Thrones parodies. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we've gathered the funniest, cleverest, and most popular parodies centered on the HBO fantasy epic Game of Thrones.
Shame. Shame. Shame, shame, shame!
As we're considering anything inspired by recognizable Thrones scenes, tropes, or characters, today's entries include film and TV spoofs and references, as well as viral clips and YouTube favorites.
Cool stuff happens, though. I mean, we get to go to Dorne.
Dorne is bullshit.
Number 10, the ultimate Game of Thrones recap. CollegeHumor.
But the real action is in the frigid south, where Jon Snow, Lord of House Snow, leads the Night Watch over the wall to find wives.
Whether you're an avid fan or a full-on newbie, a good recap is essential whenever a new Game of Thrones season comes around. But some clips are more reliable than others. CollegeHumor offers probably the most inaccurate rundown on the internet, but all is forgiven because it's goddamn hilarious.
Our new hero is Joffrey the Good King. I love this guy.
The misheard character names are a joy to the ears, and the misunderstood storylines might even be an improvement on the originals. Maybe.
Will Aerys succeed in his dream of joining the circus? Is Lord Aaron really the last dragon? And can Richard Carlisle and Mad Mardigan defeat the witch?
Number 9, Game of Chairs. Sesame Street.
Westeros needs a new king or queen. And to decide, we will play a game. A game of chairs!
Even Sesame Street have rehashed HBO's record-breaking saga, turning a titanic battle for power into an innocent lesson on basic maths.
Let us count. We have 1, 2, 3 players.
A parody which might have passed you by if educational children's television isn't really your thing. Sure, it's tamer than a lot of today's top 10, but hats off to the writers for riffing Thrones in the first place.
Can we hurry this up? I have a wedding to get to.
And the sketch is crammed with references too, including a pretty dark play on the Red Wedding, but the highlight has to be the crybaby puppet version of Joffrey.
So how many players are left?
Let us count.
Number 8, the Game of Thrones couch gag. The Simpsons. The Iron Throne epic featured front and center in the opening episode of season 29 of The Simpsons, as the world-famous TV family are thrown into a medieval mashup of Westeros references and Lord of the Rings gags.
It's not like I want to kill her mother. I just want to let her die from neglect.
But the show's finest spoof centers on an elaborate season 23 couch gag. The classic Simpsons intro gets the Game of Thrones treatment, flying us through Springfield like we've never seen it before, with leading landmarks rising from the earth. Number 7, the Nerd's Daydream. Robot Chicken.
Oh boy, I wish I was a Dothraki.
The folks at Adult Swim have had fun with Thrones on plenty of occasions, but the Nerds in-class Daydream is Robot Chicken's greatest gander through the saga. Appearing as a wannabe sex guru for Daenerys, an incompetent squire at the site of Robert's death, and hapless helping hand at Ned Stark's execution, he single-handedly sabotages a series of pivotal scenes, finishing by flaunting Ned's head to Arya. At least Joffrey seems impressed.
I like this guy.
Number 6, throwback to the 90s. Let's Get Friky.
I'm a man with a one-track mind, so much to do in one lifetime.
The opening credits are easily one of the most recognizable things about Game of Thrones, with eagle-eyed fans watching closely for any hints at a plot twist. But the sweeping map may never have happened had HBO ran the series in a different era. This clip casts our favourite characters back into the 90s for a nostalgic look at what might have been. A grainy but glorious run-through of the cast, it suggests a simpler, smilier version of the show. Number 5, Black Friday. South Park.
Winter is coming, and the next-gen gaming devices are hitting the shelves.
The first in a 3-episode story arc during season 17 of South Park, Black Friday sees Cartman and company argue over the PS4 Xbox One console war, and it's not long before their divided loyalties escalate into a full-on GOT-style standoff. Citing Starks, Lannisters, and Targaryens throughout all 3 installments, some of the best bits fall on Butters, whose confusion rarely wavers.
No, can we skip the wiener stuff and just get to the dragons?
And then there's the reworded intro song, which you'll never get out your head.
Wiener, 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 wiener,
One wiener next to another.
Number 4, The Dragon's Daughter, Melody Sheep.
For this night and all the nights to come, now my watch begins.
Musical tributes to Game of Thrones are 10 a penny, but few are catchier than this magical Melody Sheep remix. Blending key quotes from leading characters, the clip includes an upbeat rendition of the Night's Watch oath, as well as a central hook for Daenerys and her dragons.
I am the dragon's daughter, and I swear to you.
We've singled out the first season recap as the best, but be sure to check out the later releases, including a Joffrey-centric synthy masterclass for season 3.
You are the sun of fire. You are more than they can ever be, more than they can ever be.
Number 3, Jon Snow at a dinner party. Late night with Seth Meyers.
Winter is coming.
Who's your new friend again, Seth?
Here's what happens when you cross a New York dinner party with a smouldering Game of Thrones veteran. When Seth Meyers invites Jon Snow to meet his friends, the small talk turns very dark very quickly, with Snow setting off on a series of blood-drenched and depressing anecdotes.
You won't be laughing when the White Walkers rip you limb from limb, and packs of pale spiders as big as hounds feast on your remains.
Kit Harington's a man immersed in his brutal backstory, and he's entirely incapable of lightening the mood. Unless you like polite discussions about murder and betrayal, that is.
I'd like to apologise for the way I've been acting. Work has been very stressful.
Number 2, Game of Thrones the Musical, Red Nose Day US.
There are Starks and there are Lannisters and Kardashians and
Targaryens, idiot.
And Targaryens.
Written and released for Red Nose Day in America, Chris Martin and Coldplay take center stage next. For a musical we're hoping will get commissioned for real. This charity sketch boasts most of the show's main cast members, with every actor playing up to their role in hilarious fashion.
I knew you'd come.
I'd never let you down, man.
Oh, thank you, Jon Snow.
This kid.
Thank you, Kid Snow.
Showing a spirited sing-along with a few snags along the way, the video proved a massive hit with audiences, helping to make more than $20 million for the cause. And Liam Neeson narrates it. What's not to love?
He's gonna go absolutely crazy.
And Chris was right. George R.R. Martin did go absolutely crazy.
Number 1, Medieval Land Funtime World. Bad lip reading.
Okay, people, we got 1 week until the park opens, alright? So let's run through it all again. This time, please, don't forget your accent.
Sure, there are plenty of hard-to-pronounce place names and easily misheard mutterings in this show, but this takes that to a whole new level.
Hey, girl, how you been? Face lick. Ooh, girl, you taste real good.
The folks at Bad Lip Reading take today's Iron Throne thanks to a majestic montage of all that wasn't said, but should have been.
Cool stuff. Now I'm gonna touch you.
Turning war and peril into a family-friendly theme park, it's hard to pick a favourite line, but Tyrion's redesign is probably the best of the lot. That guy's got some serious sass.
You can eat sand, young man. I mean, this guy's really ridiculous. Ow!
Uh-oh.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.
Two wieners alongside yet another.